Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. Hey, don't listen to my voice. I am telling you, trying to do stuff with friends and family over the week. Possibly over the weekend, folks. Did a little bit of driving. I'm not a driver, I am a flyer. Okay, I don't know about you, but welcome to The Bases Are Loaded. You know, I told you I am your host, your humble host, L.A. I told you we do things on a 3U basis. That's right, folks. Undeniable, unapologetic, and unrelenting, and not necessarily in that order. Always, I promise you. Today we're going to touch on some topics today. I'm pretty sure you guys are all geared up and ready for the NFL draft, along with these playoffs that are going on in the NBA. And we're going to start talking about this stuff in just a minute. I'm talking about some things. I got a new segment I'm going to bring to you. It's called LA's Gripes. Yeah. We're going to talk about some things that get up under my skin, and I want you to let me know if you can dig in and see if if you feel the same way. All right, I need your feedback on this stuff, folks. Definitely. I told you, when you hate me, you make me great me. I already told you I won't be denied from that part. It's unrelenting, and it's always, we're going to bring this stuff to you. And when I know, you always know better, I promise you, all right? Well, let's get into it. That's right. You know what time it is. They're playing basketball, baby. Woo! We love that basketball. I don't know about you folks, but I can assure you that if you missed those games on Monday evening between the Knicks and the Lakers games, those are headliners, of course. The Lakers, oh my goodness, we'll talk about that in a second. The Knicks, my Knicks, you see them Knicks, baby. We're here. In the words of Stephen A. Smith, and of course, our beloved Knicks fans all over the nation, and especially in NYC, all 5 boroughs, we are representing, baby. Madison Square Garden is in the building. We are showing up and showing out. Oh, man, Munson. Guess what? It's them Villanova boys. Goes by Jay Wright. He's got those boys ready for the NBA, okay? And they have been doing it. 4 of them are on that team. DiVincenzo, of course, Mr. Hart, and Jalen Brunson, and one of the other ones is hurt. Well, I think he's a little banged up a little bit right now, but they're coming back for the Knicks. That game, oh my goodness, and we're going to talk about that. That's one of the gripes that I'm going to talk about. But that was the craziest game. If you had told the Knicks with 30 seconds to go, and after Tyrese had hit that shot, Tyrese Maxey hit that, just drained it and just took our souls right there. And I'm like, I told my cousin, that's it. It's over. Mike Lowry, it was over, baby. It was 30 seconds to go. They were up by 5 points, and it was pretty much over. Done thing. Well, guess what? Should have told the Knicks that, because they didn't buy into it, okay? After scrambles on the floor, after going back and forth for the next 3 to 5 seconds, the Knicks scored almost 8 points. Yes, I said it. That's what old Reggie Miller did to us back in the day. You remember that choke, that infamous choke on my boy Spike? Guess what? You got a little bit of revenge this time, but it just wasn't on those Pacers, okay? To the 76ers, boy, I tell you, they sent them, boy, they were devastated after that loss, because the Knicks went on and held on to win that game. Then the second game didn't disappoint either. Came right down. What is going on with the Lakers, folks? Give me a comment. Laker fans, what's up? Okay, we know that you guys originated in Utah, because there ain't no lakes in L.A., okay? L.A. is all beach, baby, okay? And we know that there's definitely no jazz in Utah either, so we can tell that flipped it up, and for some reason the Lakers just have some hard time. Tell me about the time. Tell me if you can remember the time the Lakers have actually won a game against who? Jokic. And the Denver Nuggets and Mr. Murray. He just continues to, both of them just continue to snatch the living daylights out of the breath, of the gravity of the forging, if you will, of the Lakers to try and help LeBron get an illustrious 5th title. I don't think it's going to happen, folks. Let me know if you think in the comments if they're done. Because, man, Murray took their heart. What makes it so bad, he wasn't even scoring well. He went for like 3 for 24. He wasn't hitting any of his shots. And in the last, it's something about that fourth quarter, Lakers, you guys give up these big leads. And that's another thing. Correct me if I'm wrong, send me a message in the comments. Let me know if I'm wrong about this. But I would surmise that every time they've lost to Denver, they've had a double-digit lead. What is going on that they can't close those games out? It's almost looked like it's fixed almost because they keep doing the same thing over and over. And Mr. Murray, oh my goodness, hats off to you. Woo! That shot over Anthony Davis, which to this day, you can talk about coaching. I don't know what happened, what that mix-up was. LeBron James had already shown that Murray could not handle some of his going to the baskets, some of his dribbling down on the low post, trying to go on fast breaks. LeBron was in his you-know-what, folks. For some reason, why did they switch off this then? Because I really do believe that with that outstretching, with LeBron's athletic ability at almost 40, he still probably would have blocked that shot, okay? And who knows how the rest of that game ended. But, yeah, if you guys have been watching these playoffs, they have been something to behold. All right, let me let you know what's going on in them right now. Of course, Suns are winning right now 2-0. They're beating I said that backwards. The Minnesota Timberwolves with one of the Atlanta natives. Yes, man, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, they're doing their thing. Okay, they're up 2-0 right now, and they're getting ready to play tomorrow night. The Pacers and the Bucks. Hey, Giannis is out, folks. Giannis Antetokounmpo is on the bench. Dame Lillard has been carrying the team, but the other night, the Pacers, Siakam. I call him Siakam, because when he gets going, hey, he's hard to stop, folks. Okay, I can tell you that right now. And they've tied their series up at 1-1. Won a game apiece. Okay, and the Mavericks, and the Clippers went head to head last night. If you didn't watch that game, it was a pretty good game. They went at it, and they've tied their series up at 1 apiece as well. OKC and the Thunder, of course, and I've been taking on the Pelicans. To the dismay of course, the superstar's out. Zion Williams has been on the bench. But, hey, the Pelicans are going to see if they can even things up today at 9:30. So you guys can check your local listings and see if you can catch that game. It's probably going to be on either TNT or one of the local, of course, cable channel stations. Of course, just check it and see which one you in your area you can watch the game. Also, tonight is going to be the Heat and the Boston Celtics. That's the Eastern conferences, and of course the first round. And Boston, and hey, they were picked to pretty much by everyone to win this year's national championship. But the Heat, hey, you can never count those guys out. Don't forget they took their heart last year. So this is almost like a revenge tour, a get back, if you will, for the Heats. Of course, for the Celtics and Jason Tatum, to their they're pretty much probably a little happier about the fact that their key players are not playing in this game as well right now because he went down. And but you can catch that game tonight as well. Check your local listings. It should start around 7 p.m. Okay, and Game 3 for the Cavs and the Magic. The Cavs and the Magic are going at it, but the Cavs are playing lights out. They're winning right now 2-0 over the Magic, and we'll see if the Magic goes back home on Thursday to see if they can even that tournament up and see if they can catch up to those guys. For Game 3 for the Knicks, my Knicks and 76ers, that is going to happen 7:30 on tomorrow night as well. So check your local listings and see if you can watch that game as well, folks, especially if you're a Knicks fan or if you're a Philadelphia 76ers fan. Joel Embiid is playing with a lot of heart. I can tell you that. He's playing on one leg, and he's still beating most of those NBA players at 7'2". So it's something to behold watching those guys. And topping it off, of course, the Lakers at Thursday on 10 p.m. We'll see. Let me know if you think the Lakers can bounce back. I'm sorry. I don't think LeBron's going to get that ring this year. I was feeling kind of confident. Even Skip Bayless before the series started, had announced to everyone's chagrin as well as surprise that he was picking the Lakers to go all the way because of the play of LeBron James with the other, of course, and AD and the other contributions from the bench with Mr. Russell. And they They look like it. They look like they're a formidable team until that fourth quarter, folks. Let me know what you think about that. Send me a message and give me your comments and tell me whether you think the Lakers are going to be able to even that series up, at least just win a game. Good Lord, okay? Hello, and thank you for watching Bases Are Loaded. This show is brought to you by Hot and Saucy, flavor over heat. All right, let's switch things up. Let's go back to guess who? That's right. That's right. You got it. The NFL draft, baby. NFL. Da, 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 da. Hey, 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 hey. Woo! Da, 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 da. The draft 2020-24. This is going to be a good one, folks. It's going to shape up. It's going to be a lot of wheeling and dealing and underhand wheeling. I promise you. Tomorrow night, roughly starting out around 8 o'clock at Motown, baby. Right there in Marshall's Park, right there in Hart Plaza in Motown. The 2024 draft will begin. Caleb Williams has been projected to go number 1, but we're going to see, folks, because I'm going to tell you right now, nothing is written in stone with these drafts, I got to tell you. And then a lot of people are saying where's he going to land? Okay, which team's going to pick him? Is it going to be Washington? Okay. Falcons, are you guys going to step up and try and get yourselves a quarterback? I think you probably need to. I said that kind of low. Okay? What's up, Falcons? Rise up. Well, Jaden Daniels, to me, is number 1 to me. I mean, he did win the Heisman Trophy, and he's been showing out, of course, like I said before in the previous shows, he's showing out in the Columbines. And he's doing great on his pro days. And he's got the locker room. He's got that charismatic personality that just meshes well with teams. So we're going to see what's going on, all right? That's the quarterbacks. Marvin Harrison, of course, Jr., is the number 3 projected, and he's a wide receiver. That's probably going. Another wide receiver coming out of LSU, Malik Neighbors, okay? Drake May, quarterback, North Carolina. What do you think about that, folks? Drake May is already surfacing as a top prospect, going number 5. And like I told you in earlier shows, the quarterbacks were probably featured this year in the draft more than we have in probably years ago, because it's always been, can you believe it, defensive linemen and of course the defense. Teams have really been serious in the NFL about strapping on and grabbing those defenses, because guess what? Defenses do win the game in the NFL and pretty much most sports. You got to play defense. It's one thing to be able to go out there and make a touchdown, hit a baseball, kick a field goal. Yeah, but it's another thing to folks to be able to stop it. That's what LeBron James did the other night, but hey, he couldn't finish it. Okay, so defense was winning the game. Coming off number 6 is going to be Rome Odunze. If I say you guys' names wrong, please send me a message. Let me know how to enunciate your name. I promise you I won't mess it up. I won't butcher your name, because that's the reason my name is L.A., because my name is something to behold. The first name is, my mom named it, and I love it, but I don't tell everybody. I don't know if I've kissed you, and I know your mother's maiden name. I'll let you know that name. So, hey, it's our little secret. All right, coming off number 7, Georgia fans. Hey, Brock Byers, tight end. He's probably going to go in that 7th, in that first round. Rounding off number 8 is going to be Dallas Turner from Alabama. Okay, he's an edge rusher. Everybody needs them, folks. Those are the ones who's been making that money as of late. Those are edge rushers. If you 6'2", 6'3" or better, and you can get around those defensive tackles, I mean those O-lines, and get around those offensive tackles, you can get over there to that quarterback and put him down on that floor, on that carpet, on that grass. You are getting ready to get paid at your okay. Excuse me, mama. Okay, Mike Lowry, what you think about that? Number 9 is going to be Joe Alt, coming out of Notre Dame. And number 10, J.J. McCarthy, quarterback. Another quarterback. I told you, these quarterbacks are formidable this year, okay? And in the conversation of who's going first in this first round of these drafts, okay? And let's keep it going. Coming at the number 12 and number 13, let's see where we are. Number 13, if I say your name wrong, please don't get that mad at me, okay? Latu is an edge rusher from UCLA. I got a feeling he might be Hawaiian. Folks, go to Hawaii. It's expensive, but you can't believe how beautiful it is, okay? And for some reason, they produce some serious defensive tackle football players and offensive tackles, buddy. I don't know what it is. That's more in life is a great life, right? All right, Brian Murphy out of Texas. Brian Murphy II, defensive tackle, is going to be projected number 14. And Troy Fontenot out of Washington. He is an offensive guard coming out. Okay, my boy Jared Verse. Hey, Jared. I sure wish you would stay one more year, but I know you got to go get that money, man. Go get that bag for your mom and your family, your grandma. Hey, I wish you all the best, my brother. He's coming out of FSU as an edge rusher as well. Amalame Fashanu, coming out of Penn State, offensive tackle. All right, and Graham Barton. He's a center coming out of Duke. Cooper DeJean coming out of Iowa. He is a cornerback, all right, CB. All right, Chop Robinson, number 20, coming out of Penn State, edge rusher. All right, but I'm telling you, the edge rushers, I like this, write this, Jerzon Newton. I hope I said your name right, man. That's smooth how you spell your name, too. Defensive tackle coming out of Illinois, the Fighting Illini. Amarius Mims coming out of Georgia, O-line. He's on that O-line, offensive tackle. And J.C. Latham coming out of Alabama, offensive tackle. Running off at number 24 is Brian Thomas out of course, LSU. And last but not least, on the 25th is Nate Wiggins out of Clemens, cornerback. Those are your top 25 prospects coming out in the 2024 draft, folks. You guys, like I said, can tune in tomorrow on ESPN at 8 p.m. It's going to be at Marshall's Park. That's going to be downtown, Motown, baby, Motown. All right, it's going to be in Detroit, and we'll talk about another great happening that happened in Detroit just the other day. We'll talk about it a little later in the show, rounding off things to come, okay? Well, let's go to the end, of course, the Major League Baseball, okay? My Yankees, we're staying afloat. Like I said, we're staying afloat, all right? We started out gang banging. Just beating the crap out of folks with Mr. Juan Soto, Judge. And guess what? Yankee fans, Bronx Palmers, Stanton. Man, he's starting to hit that baseball. He's starting to stand in there. He's not rushing. And y'all know what happens when he makes contact with a baseball. You see the upper body strength he has? He doesn't have to do that much, folks. You see those arms, you see those shoulders. All he needs to do is tap that ball. That ball's going almost 425 feet just about every time he hits it. Sometimes he hits a line drive, okay, over the wall. And he just goes around those bases. The Yankees are in first place right now at a record of, in the American League East, at 16-8. The Orioles right behind them. What's up with the Orioles as of late? I love Royal Farms. I don't mind. I'm going to get me some tickets. I don't mind going to Camden Yards. Royal Farms, I'm coming. Y'all want to send me a plug, okay? My producers are looking. Hey, I'm producing you, Royal Farms. Y'all need to send me a check, okay? Royal Farms is awesome, folks. I don't know if you've ever been to Baltimore or in the DMV. Royal Farms is a quick trip that serves, I'm getting ready to say it, fried chicken all day long. And I don't mean no unseasoned fried. We talking about, I hate to say it this way, black folks fried chicken. It's got some seasoning on it, bro. All you need is some hot sauce. And they got them mashed potatoes and everything. I ain't gonna, you know what? Let me stop plugging y'all Royal Farms. But anyway, those Orioles are doing really well right now, 15-8. The Blues right behind them is, of course, the Blue Jays. Toronto Blue Jays are 13-11, and they're tied right now for the lead in, of course, third place with the Red Sox. Excuse me. At 13-11 as well, and coming up in the rear, the Rays, which is surprisingly the Rays, who is one of our nemesis here in the Bronx. At 12-13, all right? And the AM Central, right now in baseball, the Guardians are 17-6, which I was surprised that they're starting to pick it up over there in Cleveland, especially after you changed your name. Yeah, it ain't cool calling yourself no Indians, okay? It's a race of folks, man. Come on. Anyway, get with it. Come on. The Guardians are 17-6. Right behind them is the Kansas City Royals at 14-10. Detroit Tigers are tied with them in the third place lead, right there between the second and third place at 14-10. The Twins are 19-13, while the White Sox are 3-20. Wow, can they catch up? Of course they can. It's just a long season. They play 160-something games, folks. The AM West, the American League West right now, the Mariners are 12-11. The Rangers are 12-12, which is kind of surprising considering they won last year. They won the, of course, World Series. And coming up, bringing up the rear behind those guys are the Angels at 10-14. The Athletics, they can't seem to get it together. That's probably the reason why they're probably going to be moving. If you guys are A's fans or Athletic, the Oakland A's, you guys are going to get a new home in the coming years. Probably in the next couple of years, you guys are going to be playing in Vegas, Sin City, baby. Okay, and to my surprise, the Astros, which I don't mind because I don't mind their demise, is the Astros at, believe it or not, at 7-17. It's a big surprise. All right, let's get over to that National League East. That's right, the Bravos. You got our chant. You know I love you. That's why I love you, and I don't mind giving you a rant. Those Bravos, the Braves, the Atlanta Braves are top right now. They got the best record, and they are 16-6 right now. All right, coming behind them shortly, well, of course, is the Phillies at 15-9. Let's see that holds up. For some reason, the Braves will always top them and keep them from actually doing too much, and especially having the postseason. The Mets, what's up, Mets? New York, come on, what's up? What's up, Mets? You guys are 12-11 this year, okay? You're just one above 500, okay? The Nationals are 10-12, and while the Marlins are 6-19, another one of our nemesis. Something about them Florida teams when we play in the Bronx, boy. We woo. All right, and the Central, National League Central, the Brewers. The Brewers are starting to play some baseball this year again, like they've been doing. It's just for some reason the postseason is not their friend. All right, behind them is the Chicago Cubs. Just came from Chicago. That win was for real. It still is. What's up in the Windy City? 14-9. The Cubs have improved their record over the years, okay? And they're starting out really, really well. The Cincinnati Reds are not far behind them at 13-10. And the Pirates, they are 13-11, even with McCutchen hitting pretty much a home run every time. It's him and right now Soto and Matsu. I want to say Mr. Mike Trout. They're leading right now in the home run race right now in the Major League Baseball. All right. Behind them is the Cards. The Cardinals, the same. Okay, they're at 10-14 right now. All right, that's the St. Louis Cards. In the West, the Dodgers. No surprise there. Come on. All that money, you guys better start playing some baseball. But, you've been winning. You've been losing as of late. Excuse my language. Like George Halas said, winning is an habit. Unfortunately, so is losing. And they've been losing. They've dropped a couple of games in the past couple of weeks. They're at 14-11. Right behind them is the Padres, which for some reason they can't get it together. San Diego Padres are playing them. That's their nemesis. That's their rival teams out there too. They're 13-13. The Diamondbacks are 12-13, and the Giants are 12-13 as well. And the Rockies are 6-18. So that pretty much sums it up for the baseball. Baseball is starting to get underway. You're starting to really get, guys, if you are bettors, baseball is an easy sport to bet on those bets lines. Like I told you, don't put me on your stick. If I tell you the team to pick, don't put me on your stick. Okay? I might start talking about betting on some of you folks, and don't get mad at me if you don't make that money. Yeah, if you want to share that money with me, now that's another story. Okay? Send me a message. Drop me a line. Inbox me, baby. Okay? That ain't hate. That's first rate. I can tell you that right now. All right? Now, right now, we're going to start talking about something. This is a new one. It's LA's gripes. Yes. What am I griping about? Well, let's put it like this. Referees, umpires, game statisticians. Your job is to set a stage. You're to manage that stage. You're to keep, you're better than the stagehands. You're the handlers of the stage for an athletic event. Never at any time should you be the headlines. Let's go back over some of the happenings in sports this past year that have determined the outcomes. You guys should never be determining the outcome of a game. You're supposed to be what we love to say about a lot of people. When I say women, you women will not get me when I think about you being seen and not heard. And that will not come from me, because that didn't come from my grandmother, and it sure as heck didn't come from my mom, okay? She was seen and heard, okay? But referees, umpires, come on, guys. Stop trying to come up. Come on. Let's go over Kate Becker's, that play where she was about to get that ball, when the young lady, all she did was stepped into the path of the runner, the would-be guard, that actually, she flopped. She fell down. They called offensive holding on that play. Kate Becker's never got that ball again. And that would say, one could surmise, that pretty much was the outcome of that game. Come on, okay? 2 nights ago, I'm a Knicks fan, but I'm also a fan of the game, okay? I'm not a fanatic. I am a fan, which, of course, ironically, is the root word for fanatics. For those of you who didn't know, fanatic is the root word is fanatic. Of course, we shorten it by saying a fan. But I can assure you, I still like fair. I like fair play. I'm never going to feel good when a referee blows his whistle when he shouldn't have. This time, he didn't blow it. Tyrese Maxey was mauled, folks. Okay, by Josh Hart. The refs didn't call it. They didn't say one word. The other night, LeBron James got hit in the face. They didn't say anything about that. Russell was hit from the Lakers across his face. They made a call. The referees blew the whistle and called it, and the other team challenged it. The boy had to wipe his face. He had a mark across his eyes. Do you know they overturned? That's why I say these statisticians. That's why I didn't leave anybody out. Folks, you should never be the outcome of a game. And then just the other day, just 2 days ago, Yankees. And I know he's not playing, but Aaron Boone, you need to calm down too. Let me tell you, I'm looking at this camera looking at you. You have been thrown out about 18 games, okay? Relax. But at the same time, coming to your aid, you're still my skipper. He didn't do anything. It was a fan behind him yelling at the umpire, calling him fat, chubby, rubby, whatever what is that he came. But that umpire did not like it. And even after, folks, they came and got it justified, rectified, to let him know that you threw out Aaron Boone and it wasn't him that made that comment to you. He still didn't apologize. See things like that? Umpires, referees, statisticians, game wardens of the games, realize your role. People are not coming to see you. They really aren't. Not to say that you're not important. You're very important. In as so much as you're very important, just like that stage is, just like this table is for my studio right here, for my show, and that backdrop that you see behind me. It's important. But that backdrop should never stop speaking for me and determine what I'm about to say to you folks and giving you this information. That is what happens when these umpires and these referees take it too personal, take it too far, throw people out of games. And it's been happening as of late, and they've been on a lot of coals. And I don't hear them apologizing for it. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about it. Today, that's my gripe. All right? With that said, let's go to the best thing I've saw in sports, okay? Let me see if I can say this man's name right. I was talking about names, right? Okay. Motown, stand up. Detroit Lions. Amon-Ra St. Brown became one of the highest paid per capita wide receivers. Okay. 4 years, 120 million, 77. How y'all say down south? 77,000. Did I say 77,000? Add some more zeros to that. $77 million of that money is guaranteed for him and his family. That's a blessing, folks. Give it up for a brother getting his bag. Give it up. I'm going to tell you now. All right? And with that said, we're going to end the show, folks, on a great note. And stuff that, we say about stuff, and things that I've seen over the past years. and things that I saw just while I was traveling. Okay, just recently, I was out, and I was blessed to be out with family, and we were at a restaurant, and I saw this couple berating this young lady while she was serving them. And it came to mind a quote by my hero. You're going to hear me talk about him all the time, Mike Lowry. You'll always hear me talk about Weedham and Pearl, my grandparents, but you're going to hear me talk about Cassius Clay, better known as Muhammad Ali. Some of his quotes should be pamphletized. They should be enshrined in the Smithsonian, because that brother has said some really good things. And I was watching that young lady, how she looked dejected after they probably had made her feel worse than she probably didn't even have to do. Remember, folks, servers are not servants. They're there to make us feel good. You don't have to make them feel bad because you're not getting your way all the time. Of course, we do understand they do make mistakes, but empathize with them. Put yourselves in their shoes, okay? Muhammad Ali said, and I quote him, "I don't trust anyone that is nice to me but is rude to a server." Think about that in your measures of life. And don't forget to vote, okay? Vote, vote, vote until you can't vote no more. Remember I told you, voting for me, hey, I don't do it for a change, folks, because I am the change. So go and make sure you rock the vote. Make sure you love yourself, love somebody even greater, and I promise you, you'll feel even better doing so. God bless everybody. See you guys on the next show. All right, the bases are loaded. They're going to be bloated, baby. Hey, are you liking the bases are loaded? Do me a favor. Hit that like and subscribe button and tell some more people about me. It keeps me coming and keeps you happy and keeps me smiling. Thank you.